And as we head into this game now, looks like it will be University AZZURI that will get us kicked off to contest things. They'll be going left to right on your screens. Referee Tim Lay in the centre, ready to get us kicked off and going here. And off we go. Friday night football's kicked off, and Makuju goes back to Khan. Now Gabriel Pablo immediately pounced upon by a number of rowdies, but Mushigero comes out with the ball. Now Mashamango for University AZZURI. Sends it wide here to humble man Bakana. Pablo gets in there and looks to settle the score, but comes all the way back here. University AZZURI goalkeeper there, Rachaduri. Now James Carr looking to send it forward. More of a lower finessed pass. Gets its way to humble man Bakana. Mashamango further forward now. Now it's Safari Makuju entering the box here. Pass Van Lingen. Makuju. His attempt hits side netting only. Goes out of play. Just for a goal kick there. It's the Rowdies goalkeeper there, Nelson New. Such a luxury, the Rowdies having two goalkeepers to choose from, Nelson New and Dion Newell, both premier keepers of the competition. It's a nice flick on there by Vong. Dreesy gets to it. Humble Mbakana in for Mashamango, looks wide. Humble Mbakana's got pace to get to it. His ball comes into the box, a sliding attempt. Got down low and he got down earlier there, Gabriel Pablo, and not able to turn it into the back of the net. Of course, rich goal scoring form as well, Gabriel Pablo, this season already. On Tuesday night against Garuda FC in their Australia Cup victory. Of course, University of AZZURI triumphing in that game 4-2. As Van Lingen comes out of defence for CASUARINA. Ball forward there, finds Robertson. Andrade back to Yari McRae, Van Lingen, Andrade. Down the line he goes, Aiden DaCosta Pereira. Andrade in for Robertson. Back he goes, Van Lingen. Across to Fannin. He'll look further across for his left back there, and Newell. Pereira looking to send it long, and Aiden DaCosta Pereira's in space, makes a beautiful touch, looks to send it forward immediately. Cleared out by Callum Kerr. Now it is humble man Bakana with possession. He goes back to Callum Kerr. Look to lay it back there. Rachaduri finesses a pass across, looking for a teammate, doesn't quite come off. Now it's Casemiro. He sends it wide to Newell. The Rowdies coming on an attack now. Comes inside the box to Mark Casemiro, and he has a shot that's blocked off almost instantaneously by Mashamango. So out and behind for a corner kick. Nothing more on this occasion. First corner of the evening to go to the Rowdies. And it goes, delivery by Newell, flick on there by Casemiro. Newton Aragon sends it forward. And it comes out down wide into touch for a throw-in. Options are plenty. Finds the captain, Gordon Pereira, flicks it forward. Nicely done by Tim Robertson. Now it's Mark Casemiro, pressure by Mushigero. Robertson, touch off his man there, and he'll go out of play again. Corner kick for the Rowdies. A couple of those early on, looking to really stack on the pressure early. This time it looks like it'll be an Ethan Camero delivery. In goes the ball by Camero. Pablo out first time. Now Humble Mambakana looking to get it forward to Makuju. Might have a second bite at this, but Newell gets to it. Van Lingen goes wide, and offside is DaCosta Pereira. Offside free kick here to be taken by University of AZZURI. Callum Kerr. The AZZURI skipper trots along and plays it now to James Carr. Carr looking to send it forward, blocked off. Now Said. He'll go back to Callum Kerr. Perhaps a switch of play as he goes wide to Dreesy. Francis Dreesy speeds along to keep it in. Humble Mambakana now inside for Safari Makuju, away from Robertson. Got the contact there and elects to go down. So free kick to University of AZZURI. Makuju getting the contact and staying to ground. Just trotted on there as he went through, so free kick to AZZURI. Almost 6 minutes gone here. Still no scores on the North Crest scoreboard. Deadlocked apiece, and Makuju's remained to ground here. Perhaps just an extended period of time on the ground. Not asking for attention from the sideline, so looks to be okay. It is Newton Harrigan. Sends it forward and straight out of play. Goal kick to the Rowdies. And of course, these teams met in 3 separate occasions in season 2022. And all 3 times it were Rowdy victories, and overall aggregate of goals, that would be 14-1 in favour of CASUARINA. Now Camero looking to be halted there by Carr. Still with Ethan Camero. He looks to go wide, but it's picked off there by Ronnie Newton Harrigan. His ball in the middle finds Pablo looking to almost get it forward across to Makuju, but pass came underdone. Not quite what the doctor ordered. As New kicks it forward. Robertson underneath it, as well as Dreesy. Nice turn there by Tim Robertson. Looking to take it past James Carr as well, but it won't be successful. It's just a throw in. And by Newell. Robertson through the legs as well. Cleverly done by Mashamango. Still with Espa Mushigero. Now Gabriel Pablo. Cross to Said. Nicely done by Atif Said. Fannin gets in to make the challenge. Strong stop by Mushigero, but now it's Casemiro. Well done as well by Mushigero, but he gives the ball away. And that's Vong. Dylan Vong to Gordon Pereira. Now Aiden DaCosta Pereira. To Gordon Pereira. Now Andrade. Pereira looking for that quick release to DaCosta Pereira, but didn't quite come off. Just out of play on this far side for a throw. Mashamango looks to crossfield. Newell with the header. Mark Casemiro now for CASUARINA. Back here for Newell. Dylan Newell trying to get past a couple AZZURI players. Doesn't quite come off. Francis Dreesy can come down wide. He plays it inside for Safari Makuju. Going to turn away from Gordon Pereira. And free kick against Gordon Pereira. a hold of the man, so referee certainly obliges the decision. So Ronnie Newton-Harrigan over this. And he comes with his delivery. Goes looking back post, but it's looking beyond everyone. Goes out behind, just into touch for a goal kick. No occasion there. Vong to Fannin. Newell forward to Casemiro. Comes back to Fannin, to Newell. Combining with Fannin once again. Runs on in the middle, Vong can make it. Goalkeeper comes out for AZZURI. Tries to hoof it forward. A little low, but it'll come off. Shamango pressured there. Robertson getting in a second touch. Mark Casemiro now for the Rowdies. Looking to skip forward and utilise his pace. He's brought to ground and kept his feet on the way through, but the contact absolutely came. So free kick for CASUARINA here. In goes Camero, curling delivery. Goalkeeper comes and collects. It's good done by Lachlan Rachaduri. They're looking to go back on the other side quickly. Safari Makuju in a running race with Andrade, and Andrade wins that at the concession of a corner kick. So it will go behind. An opportunity for University AZZURI now in the form of a corner. Can they muster a delivery? Looks like Safari Makuju on his left foot, or an outswinging corner to latch onto a head of an AZZURI player. In comes Safari Makuju. Delivery's good. Nelson New gets fingertips to it. Saeed at the edge. Now Mashamango in for Kerr. Nicely done from Van Lingen. Read it well as well he did. Pick the pocket. Come off here. Nicely done from Dreesy. Strong again. Robertson looks to go wide to DaCosta Pereira. Back to Gordon Pereira now. Good tackle by Gabriel Pablo, but Robertson collects, and now it's Aiden DaCosta Pereira. He'll find Yari Van Lingen. Now Vong with possession, looking to come wide. Newell has it here on the near side. Plays it back across to Fannin. Dinks it over the top, and a man is there. Aiden DaCosta Pereira has a look up and comes inboard to his skipper. Robertson, nice interplay there. Will it sit for DaCosta Pereira? He'll get pace to get to it too. Dreesy makes a challenge, and unfortunately for DaCosta Pereira, it just comes off him the second time of asking. So goal kick for University AZZURI. Keeper goes short to Carr. Takes a touch and goes wide. On Newton-Harrigan, outstretched leg. Gives possession away, but wins it back swiftly. He'll give it possession away eventually. Vong. Inboard, he goes to Robertson. Nicely done by Carr. He looks to it. A foul there. A free kick to Newton-Harrigan, as he'll look to send this free kick forward. Ronnie Newton-Harrigan with a delivery, curling as well, and it's cleared first time by Newell. And a throw into University AZZURI coming up. And now Carr goes forward, finds Newton Aragon. AZZURI could be on here with a cross. Newton Aragon takes on Newell well, drives down the line and goes down. Referee Tim Lay doesn't buy into that one, just goes out behind for a goal kick. And it's a good run by Newton Aragon, trying to get past his direct opposition and not quite successful. So forward by Nelson New. CASUARINA trying to get more adventurous. AZZURI coming out, clearing high, and that one will go high and wide. Out of play into touch on the near side for a CASUARINA throw. Now Fannin. Newell. Camaro. All the way back to Nelson New. And out of play for a throw. Makuju across to Humbleman Bakana. In goes Bakana. Fannin out first time. Robertson on the second attempt. Andrade goes wide to DaCosta Pereira. Gordon Pereira looking to hoof it forward. Newton Aragon drives a pass. Mushigero cut out by Gordon Pereira. Dylan Newell poking it forward. Gordon Pereira slides to allow it to get to Mark Casemiro, and he can take off here. Corralled by a couple of AZZURI players fairly, says the referee, and now Humbleman Bakana forward for University AZZURI, takes a touch and looks for a long speculative attempt, and that's all it is. Speculative, because it goes out behind for a goal kick. Wasn't into any danger for Nelson New. Was able to comfortably see that go behind. Goal kick now to Van Lingen. Takes a few touches forward and proceeds with a driven pass, looking to find Casemiro, but Dreesy intervenes, and now running across there is Ethan Camaro. Takes a touch away from Said, but Said wins that one to Newton Aragon, back to Atif Said, and now running Newton Aragon. James Carr. Lifting it forward. James Carr looking to get it. Humbleman Bakana. He'll get the header to it. Andrade trying to bring it down, and instead just retreats into touch. And so that will just be a throw-in for University AZZURI. Dreesy heads down there for Humbleman Bakana, trying to take it down as well. Can still work here. And there is a free kick called by referee Tim Lay, I think, against University AZZURI. So CASUARINA's defence, they'll look to clear this forward. Instead they come cross field. Nelson New. Dylan Newell. Now New. Cross to Pereira. Now Van Lingen. Further wide it goes. Jacob Andrade with possession. Goes forward now. DaCosta Pereira on the prowl and on the march as he goes wide. The referee's flag doesn't rise, and there is a free kick in there as well against him for Tim Robertson. And yellow card comes out here as that ball proceeded forward there from DaCosta Pereira. See here, Tim Robertson cutting inside away from Mushigero, and that is a blatant foul. No complaints in that, and referee Tim Lay adjudicated that as being appropriate for a yellow card. So Camaro, less needs to be said about what this man can do with the ball at his feet. I'd say it's well within his distance. If I was on the far side, perfect view for a right-footed curler. So what can Camaro conjure? Perfect view on the wide side. In comes Camaro's ball into the box. Gordon Pereira gets a header and it bounces up, and goalkeeper there, AZZURI, can make claim. Rolls it wide here. Atif Saeed. Now Ronnie Newton-Arrogin. Carr to Kerr. Further wide it goes. Humble Mambakana. Mashamango's making the run. Humble Mambakana cuts inside and ignores that passage or that potential. Goes to Safari Makuju. Jacob, Aiden DaCosta Pereira rather. My apologies. Gets to the ball and got to it first, so earns the free kick. Van Lingen. Back across to his goalkeeper there, Nelson New. Terry Fannin. Neil. Gordon Pereira put to ground. Atif Saeed continues. It touches away here. Espa Mushigero. Now Samson Mashamango. Robertson. Clever touch forward. Finds Vong. Back to Robertson. He can pace away from Kerr here, but he gets a vital touch where Francis Dreesy can intervene. And he plays it wide here, looking for Humble Ambakana. It'll sit well as well. Looks to go for the first time cross into the box. It goes. Gets a header to it, Saeed. And Fannin needs to clear, and he does first time. Robertson brings it in his possession and sends it wide for DaCosta Pereira. He can take a pacey touch away and looking to send it forward for Ethan Camaro. Touching for Mark Casemiro here. They can time it well. Mark Casemiro comes through. Bang! Shot and a save from the goalkeeper. Perhaps thought he might have done a little bit better there, Mark Casemiro. Played it well with Camaro to kind of bait forward the defender. And nicely done there from Van Lingen to Gordon Pereira. Robertson. Back to Fannin. Still with Terry Fannin. To the centre for Robertson. Now Newell. Camaro. Mashamango. Wide to Saeed. Mashamango gets the touch. Vong is there as well. Atif Saeed goes wide, blocked off there by Newell. Vong. Newell. Saeed goes forward. Fannin's there for the Rowdies. Now Pereira to Camaro. Picked off there by Mashamango and out of play. This will be a throw-in for CASUARINA. Pereira heads back to Newell. Pablo keeps it in. Now Saeed. Makuju. Forward now looking for Humble Mambakana. He stayed on side and through on goal, and it's a great save. Fantastic save there from Nelson New. Outstretched foot there, denies Humble Mambakana. See on the replay here, clear and through on goal, and Humble Mambakana tried to tuck it away to his left. Nelson New gets down to his right and makes the right call. In comes the delivery. Bakana, two-fisted punch there by Nelson New. Mashamango They're going to come away from Robertson, but Robertson lays it wide here. Aiden DaCosta Pereira can come forward with pace. Looks to drive and away from Drisi. Both players collide. DaCosta Pereira on the second attempt. Good skill shown. Camero going to tilt it forward. Carr. AZZURI and Camero stayed to ground here. This doesn't look rather nice either. Some attention required there for Ethan Camero. He looked in an awful bit of pain there, Ethan Camero. He's still in some distress. Hasn't quite moved the knee yet either. Of course, at this stage, we'd like to thank Diamond Barbers. 4 locations across the territory. Harap, Bellamac, the Darwin CBD and Coolangatta. Book now in 2023 and stay fresh with Diamond Barbers today. Ward Keller, experts in family and criminal law, so specialising in domestic violence. You can reach them on 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. Steel Line, NTF. NTF, your local construction supplier and steel line. Service over and above, servicing the Northern Territory for many years. Stealth Medical as well. And Darwin Olympic Sporting Club for their contributions through season 2023. So Camero will come to the side here. You can see him there on your screens, coming off very gingerly. See if he can continue. Still making his way off the field, Ethan Camero. AZZURI short to James Carr. Wide to Newton Harrigan. Now Carr. Looks to curl one down the line and he looks for a Said. Fannin arrives and Fannin clears emphatically. Back into touch it goes. So throw in. Harrigan throws back to James Carr. Curled attempt. Cleared forward by Andre. As far as Espamushigero. The referee signals handball. Gordon Pereira with possession. Now Fannin. Newell. Aiden DaCosta Pereira turns away from Said cleverly. Still with Aiden DaCosta Pereira by himself, and he's taken a couple of AZZURI players with him. Back to Dylan Newell. Dispossessed here by Gabriel Pablo. Now Safari Makuju. Away from Fannin, and a yellow card. James Carson's the free kick forward to no avail. Andre with the header. Humble combines with Pablo. Pablo sends it forward, looking for Humble Mbakana. Newell now Robertson gives it away to Saeed. Saeed away from Newell. And Van Lingen clears out of play for a throw. Newton-Harrigan throws it in for humble man Bakana. Saeed forward. Cross comes down to Safari Makuju, chests it down, keeps it alive for himself. Now Samson Mashamango to Callum Kerr, still with Kerr now on his left, looking to drive one forward. And a tackle there made. Referee says play on. Robertson put to the deck and come back here for a free kick. Perhaps in no particular rush, Casuarina. Less than 10 minutes to go. They are 1-0 up on the North Press scoreboard. Tim Robertson header. Passage of play that separates these two sides. Newell goes back to New. Still alive here. Safari Makuju chases. It's well done by Dylan Newell. Vong. Dispossessed there by Mashamango. Pablo. Mashamango. Cuts in, away from Newell. Robertson. Dispossessed by Makuju. And goes to ground, free kick. So a free kick for University of Zurich to come. After Safari Makuju was put to the ground again. Going to have to make one of these attacks pay. University of Zurich. With chances to certainly equalise. They're going to want to take one soon. Ronnie Newton-Harrigan with the delivery. Curling as well. Dylan Newell heads it out. Newton-Harrigan. Mashamango. Back to Newton-Harrigan. Low ball. It's cut off there by Rowdies and out of play. So Zuri throw. Bakana. Touch off there by Newell and out of play again. So another throw in to come. Camara goes to ground again. So not exactly sure if he'll be able to continue for much longer, if at all. So he'll be helped from the field. Perhaps a substitution to come for the Casuarina. So a substitution to come for Casuarina. Ethan Camero off. And on the field is going to be Marley De Castro. So Camero off, De Castro on. Throw in by Newton-Harrigan. Newell gets the touch, out of play again. And behind. Thrown in once again. Robertson with the ball here. Goes to ground Robertson, so there is a foul. Less than 5 minutes now to the end of this first half. Dylan Newell to hoof this forward. Forward it goes. Headed back by Mashamango for a moment. Da Costa Pereira. Newell. Fannin. Looking to get past Newton Harrigan. Gets deflection to Costa Pereira now. And Humble Mambakana puts it behind. So throw in for CASUARINA. Down the line does Newell go. Da Costa Pereira looking to turn away from a couple, but Newton Harrigan and Humble Mambakana can fix things. Newton Harrigan back to his goalkeeper. Short to his skipper, Callum Kerr. Cleverly done to pass it around the closing Mark Casemiro. Newton Harrigan goes forward to Humble Mambakana, blocked off Newell and out of play. So in forward it goes. Fannin gets a tackle in there. Goes out of play. Just that. No foul. In by Newton Harrigan. Pushed off it slightly, Mashamango. And Mushigero plays it to Makuju. Couple combined there. Andre and De Castro couldn't figure it out. Now Saeed to Callum Kerr. Strike from distance, Callum Kerr, and that one's just over the bar and behind for a goal kick. It's just 1-0. Dangerous scoreline. And again, in stark contrast to their first match they played last season. CASUARINA won that game 7-0. It was a very harsh reality check for AZZURI. As now Van Lingen comes forward. Robertson looking to turn away from Mashamango. Referee says play on. Mark Casemiro can take a touch here. Looks to get it off Dreesy. And this might go out for a corner or goal kick. Goal kick's the signal. James Carr. Still with James Carr. Da Costa Pereira looks to get there. Gordon Pereira. And yellow card in there for Gordon Pereira. You see the replay here. It's a nasty challenge there. Count himself lucky, James Carr. So Gordon Pereira stayed to ground. It's a very, very strong challenge by James Carr. So the boot was driven straight into the abdomen of the rowdy skipper. So he'll certainly be worse for wears for a while. Hope it's not damage that forces him unable to continue. It will come to the sidelines to be assessed. Or stay on the pitch, he decides. And he'll go short to Gordon Pereira. He drives it forward. Header on by Robertson. Mark Casemiro gets there as well. Cleared out by James Carr. Vong. Back to Andre. Nice ball there for Dylan Newell. It's picked off by Humble Mambakana. He can take a touch away from Van Lingen. Forward he goes. Referee says nothing in it. Just an AZZURI throw in. Newton-Narrogin to Bakana. Newton-Narrogin. Now Mark Casemiro. Tackle in there by Callum Kerr. Now James Carr. Greasy. Mukudju. Picked off there. Now Robertson. To DaCosta Pereira. Robertson. Going to play it across for DaCosta Pereira. Not quite successful. Rochaduri. Mushigera. Reached the end of regulation time as James Carr sends this long. Looks to be cut off there. Ronnie Newton-Narrogin coming forward. Shove off the ball. And half-time is the call. And just the 1-0 at the half. CASUARINA in front, courtesy of a fantastic rising header by Tim Robertson off a Ethan Camero corner. Game of few chances, not many so far. A lot of set pieces, and I'm sure a lot of action to come. We'll have a quick break here and be rejoined with you after for the second half.
Happy birthday, Esquire. We love you, brother. Let's go, Gabe. Watch the switch on. Let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Moments away from the second 45 minutes from kicking off. It's just the one substitution at the break for CASUARINA being made. And that is Dylan Newell off, and on his place is going to be Ioannis Hadzilao. One 0 the score. Tim Robertson's header separates these two sides as we get back underway. CASUARINA going left to right on the screens. Gordon Pereira back across to Jacob Andrade. Robertson wide to De Castro. Now it is Andrade. Robertson to his skipper Gordon Pereira, but he loses out to Makuju. Now Humbleman Bukana looking to come forward away from Van Lingen. Still with Humbleman Bukana. Ball goes into the box, straight to Terry Fannin. Hoofs it forward. Mashamango retreating, Robertson pursuing. And CASUARINA ball. Andrade forward. De Castro. And out by Mashamango. Throw in for CASUARINA once again. Van Lingen. Nelson New. Van Lingen. Back to Nelson New. Fannin. Looking to dink it forward in the direction of Hadzilao. He gets the touch. Robertson. Heavy touch. Given away. Now Newton Arrogant. Said. Out comes AZZURI. Gets a clearance in there. Header forward. Pereira. Now it comes out into an open space. Ali De Castro gives the ball away. Mashamango. Pablo's ball, not able to find Makuju. Fannin sends it back. Now Yari McRae Van Lingen. De Castro. Gets it stolen off from him by Idrisi. Now Makuju. Away from a couple. Safari Makuju through on goal. Left-footed shot. A lot of venom, just not lacking thereof the direction. Just a goal kick. Nelson New instructing his team to get forward here. Looking for a long delivery. Goes high and long. Robertson rising underneath. Callum Kerr back the other way. Gordon Pereira sends it back forward. Mark Casemiro. Still with Mark Casemiro, looking to pace away from Idrisi. Idrisi is able to just put that into touch. Andrade. Looking back inside. Robertson, the cross. AZZURI can just claim that. Smashes it long. Fannin and Makuju compete. And Said just lets that roll. Will be an AZZURI throw. Forward by Newton Arrogant. Now Makuju goes to ground. Free kick goes his way. And the yellow card looks to come out for Van Lingen. Some dissent going on there. Delivering now by Newton Arrogant. High ball as well, invites New to collect, and he does that. Van Lingen. De Castro's wide. If you can find him, he goes to Andrade first, eventually to De Castro. Can't quite turn on Mambakana. And handball there against Vong. Callum Kerr. Sends it long. Looking for Makuju. Van Lingen gets there. Now Saeed. Back across to Newton Arrogant. All the way back here for James Carr. Still with Carr. Forward looking for Makuju. Pace to burn, and Fannon's able to get to it. Put it out behind. Corner kick for University of Zurich. Forward by Newton Arrogant. No Azzurri player can rise to it. Mushigero turns onto Castro and in away from Van Lingen, and Van Lingen gets the touch, so puts it out behind for a corner. Another one for Azzurri. In very quick succession. And it goes short. Fannin clears first time. Mushigero gets there again. Cross comes in the box and almost hits for Carr. Pablo's there. Now by Vong, not as far as Kerr. Now Amuamakana turns inside, fancies an attempt. Good power on it. His power's behind and out of play for a goal kick. New sends it long. De Castro's underneath it, gets a header too. Callum Kerr back the other way. Van Lingen for Casuarina. Dinks it over now for De Castro. Andrade. Van Lingen. Van Lingen whips one forward. Callum Kerr heads. Vong again. Now Mark Casemiro goes wide, looks for Hadzilao. Sent forward once again for Da Costa Pereira. Just a little too much on that pass from Hadzilao. Sees it goes out of play. Non-threatening ball that time by the Casuarina youngster. Carr. Pablo. Now Callum Kerr. James Carr. Sends it wide here for Ronnie Newton-Arrogant. Come away from Hadzilao. Pablo. Carr sends it forward. Looks for the run of Saeed. Runs very hard to get there ahead of Fannin. Fannon's able to marshal it out of play for a goal kick. Forward by New. Headed on there by Robertson. Back the other way. Zuri looking to retain possession. James Carr, though, just concedes it. Goes out of play for a throw. Way of the Rowdies. Costa Pereira, short throw, receives it back off Fannin, puts it back into the Fannin direction as Van Lingen now comes forward. Now Andre. De Castro forward. Hamilman Wakana. Drisi. Turns away from De Castro. Down the line here for Hamilman Wakana. Now on for Safari Makuju. Safari Makuju looks to play it inside. Pablo gets a touch and Said's there. Offside. The flag rises to deny him. Unfortunately for Said, the offside flag rose to deny him. So not a goal that time. New gets things done quickly. His ball just goes out of play. So just over 10 minutes, and there was an opportunity there for University AZZURI. Forward there, driven by De Costa Pereira. James Carr sends it forward, but Hadzilau's there. Drives it first time for Mark Casemiro. Back out wide for Hadzilau. And it goes out of play for a goal kick. Players stayed to ground here on this far side. This will be Aiden De Costa Pereira. He's back to his feet now. And so play will look to continue. Quickly taken. James Carr. Forward by Carr. Now Masha Mango gets there ahead of De Castro. Drisi. Wide to Hamilman Wakana. So with Hamilman Wakana. Further across it goes for Newton Aragon. And driven all the way through to the goalkeeper there, Nelson New. So another attempt to no avail. Driven forward by Nelson New. Headed back by Carr. Gabriel Pablo. Pablo back to Newton Aragon. Nicely done from Makuju. Can't quite get away from player there, and Robertson goes to ground. Masha Mango look to go on the book here. He does receive a yellow card. So some disciplinary problems to have to worry about here, University AZZURI. The yellow cards are racking up. Pereira sends it forward, looking for a teammate, not quite successful, and Drisi does arrive to nullify that passage of play. So Rowdy's ball here. It'll be a Mark Casemiro corner. Casemiro with a delivery. Back post it goes. Smash and Mango out momentarily. Fannon's there. Takes the touch away from Said. Looking to dink it in for Hadzilao, and now Newton Arrogant just able to let his goalkeeper there, AZZURI, come and collect. He throws it wide. Latif Said. He looks to play a curl attempt and not quite able to get onside there. Safari Makuju, so elected to leave the ball. Now Fannin. Fannin forward. Hayden Da Costa Pereira. Back to Terry Fannin. Da Costa Pereira to Fannin. Now Van Lingen. Now De Castro. Could try and get away from Drisi here, but doesn't quite have the pace to burn past Drisi, so has to do the clever thing and try retain possession, which he does. Forward by Gordon Pereira. Drisi with the header. Andrade's there as well. Back out to Gordon Pereira. Short ball to Robertson. Back here out to Gordon Pereira. Keeps it in for the moment. De Castro fumbles the ball and loses possession. Pablo with the pass. And bundled to the ground there, Hamoan Bakana. So free kick to University of Zurich. Kerr drives. We're going to send this past Van Lingen, not quite successful. De Castro. Back to Van Lingen. Now Fannin. Driving wide is Terry Fannin. Hayden Da Costa Pereira. Adzilao inside but gives the ball away. Newton Arrogant. Callum Kerr to drive forward here. Heads laterally to Drisi and away from De Castro. Gordon Pereira wins it with De Castro. De Castro forward to Robertson. Tim Robertson. Andrade. Gordon Pereira to Andrade. Van Lingen. Cut out by Kerr. Van Lingen tries to go again. Callum Kerr now. Safari Makuju. Possession surrendered. Catchering now with it. Fannin. Short to Van Lingen. Now Fannin. Costa Pereira. To Fannin. Nelson New centres it here for Van Lingen. Now Robertson. Wide to Andrade. Pereira. Van Lingen. Gordon Pereira sends it forward here looking for Mark Casemiro. Good header by James Carr. Would have had a hurdling Mark Casemiro go towards goal there. If not for that interception. That's all right, CASUARINA throw. Arid touch there, but kept in by Andrade. Going to come past Mbakana. Drisi turns onto Castro. Gives the ball away to Robertson and Andrade. AZZURI can look to recover. Masha Mango. He loses possession. Now Mark Casemiro. Away from Mushigero. Strike from Vong from distance. Robertson catches it. Hadzilau with a strike, and that one's blocked behind, so corner kick here. So Gordon Pereira to come across and take. In goes the delivery. It's wide to Costa Pereira. Aiden Costa Pereira with a strike. And that's wide. Frustratingly there for the Rowdies. Could have doubled their advantage. Would have added that layer of security to this result. Just the 1 goal difference. Very much the invitation for AZZURI still open. Forward by James Carr. Headed out there by Costa Pereira. Throw in for CASUARINA. Free kick in there against CASUARINA. And substitution can take place now for CASUARINA. And it looks like Gordon Pereira to come from the field. CASUARINA captain, perhaps succumbing to first half injury, catching up with him. And so Gordon Pereira comes from the field. And on in his place, number 2. Lucas Kamara. Down the line by Newton Aragon. Mbakana with the delivery. Kudri looks to get a header. Kamara looks to get a touch, but Masha Mango gets there and drives a shot wide. Andrade outlook to Castro. And Callum Kerr looks to go into the book. Yellow card to Callum Kerr. So another AZZURI player with a caution. Bellingham forward. Looks for De Castro. He'll get to his second ball. So he'll lose possession. Drisi combines with Saeed. AZZURI able to win the throw. Going inside. Kamara with a touch. To be sent forward by University of AZZURI, but CASUARINA win possession back. Robertson, Vong, now Kamara. His wide ball is intercepted. Now Mbakana. Newton Aragon's joined this attack. Mbakana still. Kamara gets across and makes a great challenge. Newton Aragon keeps it alive. Kamara with energy, a substitute. And free kick here for University of AZZURI. Narragain to take. It goes by Narragain. Good delivery, a little too much height. New gets to it. Bakana puts it back inside, and acrobatics not quite to advantage. It just goes out of play. CASUARINA goal kick. Sent forward by New. And kicked away there by Narragain. I thought perhaps a deliberate handball, but doesn't think so, the referee. Just a free kick for the Rowdies. Forward there by De Costa Pereira. Sits for De Castro. Away. Look to get AZZURI. For the moment, Kamara to Vong. Back post ball here. Narragain's header. More man Bakana for AZZURI. Now Callum Kerr back to James Carr. Now Bakana. Narragain. Curling it forward, looking for Makuju. New comes out. Now De Costa Pereira. Fannin. De Costa Pereira back to Fannin. Van Lingen. Takes it away from Said, and now De Castro to Andre. Looking for Kamara, but Mushigero has possession. Still with Mushigero. Pablo, Mushigero. Mashamanga driving it forward. Fannin gets the initial touch. Andre to Robertson. And the flag does go up. Does deny Mark Casemiro there. Player stays to ground in the middle here. Looks like Jacob Andre. And a substitution to be made by University of AZZURI as well. Coming off the pitch is Atif Said. And on in his place is going to be Lachlan Suter. Change here for CASUARINA off the field. Tim Robertson. And coming onto the pitch there, Connor Gallagher. Carr sends it forward. Going to come through here. Will Suter strong. Stays on the ball. Will Suter still. Cuts back inside. Bakana misses the touch. Now Kamara back to Aiden DaCosta Pereira. Almost an instant impact from the AZZURI substitute. That's sent forward. Headed back there by Carr. Greasy to Masha Mango. To Castro Steels. And now Mark Casemiro can pace away here. Mark Casemiro through on goal. Strikes. And it's narrowly wide. Mark Casemiro a little upset with himself there. Thought he'd take that opportunity on. Just tucks it wide. Carr. Forward he goes. It's a straight pass by Pablo. Out of play. CASUARINA throw. Thrown forward. Carr gets the clearance. Goes all the way behind. Out of the stadium. Now an opportunity. They get forward. It is Suda now. Comes back onto the ball. Will Suda with possession. Looks to get forward to Humbleman Bakana. Van Lingen in a running race here. And Van Lingen runs and he gets there. Stallion-like clearance from the centre back. Onto the ball. And Humbleman Bakana clears it downfield. Callum Kerr. Cleared long by Richard Dury. Now it is with Dreesy. Coming forward, Dreesy, strike from distance. And Nelson Yu can gather that one quite comfortably. No real threat to his goal in the end. Still with Nelson Yu. Drives it forward. James Carr takes it down. He goes to Makuju, cut out by Andrade. And free kick to CASUARINA. Van Lingen with the ball now. Moves it forward, no direction to it. And Zilao goes into the centre for Vong. Dylan Vong to Aiden DaCosta Pereira. And Zilao inside. Looking for Kamara, not quite successful. Now Suda. Tackled by Fannin there. Callum Kerr to Mashamango. Now Safari Makuju. Opportunity if he can come past. He does well to get past Andrade. Safari Makuju drives it along and Nelson Yu makes the save. And stays to ground as well, Nelson Yu. So a bit of discomfort here. Some grave deal of discomfort, Nelson Yu. Yeah. Unfortunate for them that Dion Newell is not on the bench to be able to make the substitute. aided back to his feet there. Nelson New. Gathers the ball now, Nelson New. Gay to continue. To Costa Pereira. Back across to his keeper, Nelson New. Wide to Hadzilao. Takes it down well, but Drisi spins away with possession. Pace as well, Kamara. Drisi gets a flick on. Lucas Kamara. Forward by Kamara, looking for Hadzilao, gets the header in there. Drisi able to come back to his goalkeeper. Richard Dury. To Carr. Cut out by Kamara. Go on a bit of a run here if he wants to, Lucas Kamara. Quick to fade past Mushigera, but Mushigera wins out with his strength. James Carr. Pablo. To Makuju. Gonna dink it forward here for Suda. And Lingen gets there. Ben Lingen can't quite get past Drisi. Hadzilao in there. Now Kamara. Dinking it over the top. And the flag goes up. Denies De Castro. Less than 10 minutes to go here. University of Zurich just down by the 1. They want to continue things with James Carr sending it wide. Andre with the header. Makuju trying to arrive. Comes out to Hadzilao. Loses out to Makuju. Safari Makuju still. Drisi wide. Mashamango. Van Lingen. Suter looking to arrive and to steal, but not quite able to. Just out of play. Suter now throws inside to Mashamango. Gallagher keeping him at bay. Suter goes on a run a bit. Suter going to take it inside. Cut out momentarily. De Castro picked off by Newton Aragon. Now Mbambakana will to take De Castro on here. Pace to cross. Comes into the box. Now Ioannis Hadzilao lays it out into space. Mark Casemiro tackled and appropriately brought to ground. Throwing for CASUARINA here. Andre. A yellow card to Andre. Delay of game, perhaps. Hadzilao to Gallagher. Now Vong, cross to Fannin. Fannin looking to poke it through for De Costa Pereira, but Humble Mbambakana can get to that one. Now, Mushigera. Outside the football looking for Makuju, but Andre gets the head up. Helped on there by Mushigera as well to De Castro. Now it is Aiden De Costa Pereira. Now Vong. Vong going to dink it forward, looking for Casemiro. Richard coming out with a chest there. Carr wide to Makuju. Still with Safari Makuju. They're going to come past Gallagher and Andre. Still with Makuju. Gallagher. De Castro. Connor Gallagher. Van Lingen. All the way back to New. Nelson New, good drive, but only as far as Newton Aragon for AZZURI. Humble Mambakana. Wide it goes to Newton Aragon. Going to build up some power. Cross into a Suda. Goes past the forward. De Castro. He hoofs it further forward for Mark Casemiro. Can touch here and send it wide. Mark Casemiro. Adilal. Not able to get to Kamara. Header played forward. Free kick as well for CASUARINA. Substitution can be made here. Esper Mushigero night comes to an end. On his place is going to be Andreas Dorigo. Forward by Vong. Carl with a header. Now Pablo. Wider it goes to Humble Mambakana. Suda in distance. Doesn't quite bounce his way. Fannin wide to Andrade. Back to New. He smacks it long. So we'll invite the AZZURI goalkeeper there, Lachlan Rachaduri. Callum Kerr. Now it is Gabriel Pablo. Releases Makuju and can spin away from Andrade here. Makuju puts it forward and Nelson New makes the save, gathers and collects. Will Suda might have been there for, Lachlan Suda rather. Could have been there for the tap in. Forward by Carr. Dorigo goes to the ground. Kamara comes away with it. Now Marley De Castro. Kamara back to De Castro. Costa Pereira. Sends it wide, but too wide, out of play. Throw in for AZZURI. Down the line it goes. Looks for Bakana. AZZURI throw. Narrigan first time. Lachlan Suda trying to chase. And Yari McRae Van Lingen sends that high and wide. Throw in for University AZZURI. Thrown in for the goalkeeper. Lachlan Rachaduri. Callum Kerr. So with Callum Kerr, it's down the centre of the field. He finds Lachlan Suda. Looking to release Mesha Mango. Colin Gallagher forward. Hadzilao still with the ball for the Rowdies. Now Lucas Kamara. Into the final minute of regulation time. As De Castro look to send it forward. And it is a throw-in for AZZURI. James Carr. Masha Mango. Bakana back to Newton Aragon. It's now or never for AZZURI. Fannon's header goes all the way back. Able to be gathered by Nelson New. Nelson New, nice kick forward. Callum Kerr can take possession away from Hadzilao to Drusi. Still with Drusi. Sends it down the line as well. Good pass to Pablo. Sends it down the line for Makuju. There's a free kick in there against Makuju. So that's AZZURI's 5th yellow of the night. It looks to be perhaps the end of their night. For them, they may go down tonight 1-0, but they do have the bye next week to be able to regroup, hit the training park hard, and perhaps get back to winning ways. CASUARINA, on the other hand, they go into a match next week, next Saturday at 8 p.m. against DARWIN Olympic Sporting Club. But before that game next Saturday, they play on Tuesday evening against Port Darwin FC in the Australia Cup. Nelson New now sends this long down the line. There'll be a little bit of additional time. Referee's discretion as to how much. And AZZURI throw. Lachlan Suter away from Vong. Crosses it in, gets a touch on the way through. Holds up for Fannin. Fannin hoofs it forward. Simply just out of play for a throw. Trays to Rigo. To Suter. Lau clears. Now Carr. Forward looking for Mambakana. The winger takes possession. Looks to come forward. So it goes back to Newton-Aragon. Inside the box it goes. Fannin clears first time. To Rigo with a header. Kamara forward. Carr back the other way. De Castro looking to get it past Newton-Aragon. But now it's Mambakana with possession for AZZURI. Another thrust forward for the winger. This cross goes into Makuju. Vong away. Still with Dylan Vong. Cuts in away from Dorigo. Heads wide for De Castro. Over the top it looks to go for Mark Casemiro. Flag stays down. Casemiro through. Referee says play on. Drisi now. Gabriel Pablo looking to jostle forward. Forward here for Lachlan Suter. University of AZZURI advancing. Inside it finds Pablo. Away from Kamara. His pass goes wide. Now it's Humble Mambakana. On the right has a shot, and that goes out behind. Corner kick. All the tall timber you'd think that they can put forward will go forward. In goes the delivery. Suit at the edge. Callum Kerr as well takes it down, strikes. Straight at Nelson New on his weaker left foot. Perhaps if it was on the right, Callum Kerr might have been ruffling the net. And full-time blows there. The end of 90 minutes. And it is CASUARINA Football Club, the victorious side this evening. All it took was one goal, and it was one header to Tim Robertson that saw the Rowdies take all 3 points. And that is the end of Friday Night Football. Men's Premier League will be with you tomorrow at 4 p.m. when the Minder Laces Football Club take on Darwin Hearts. Following on from that, we'll have some Women's Premier League action, Hellenic and CASUARINA, followed by the first Greek derby of the season tomorrow night, Saturday, Darwin Olympic Sporting Club against Hellenic Athletic Club. But for the meantime, this Friday evening, have a safe rest of your evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow for some more football.